I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a self-published children's book author and you just think that you can only sell on Amazon and you just don't have the potential to grow your business beyond that, I'm going to tell you right now that you are limiting yourself, and you have these limiting beliefs because you're just putting a cap as to what your business could expand to. And today I'm going to debunk those limiting beliefs. If you're new here, hi, my name is Harley, and I'm an award-winning self-published children's book author and illustrator. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and I have expanded my business from just selling books into becoming a professional social media manager, virtual assistant, and self-published children's book author marketing coach. So if that all sounds good to you and you want to hear more tips about how you can expand your children's book business, subscribe down below. When I started writing and illustrating, I thought that the only platform that I could sell on would be Amazon, and that I would have to make my royalties off of Amazon, and the only way that I could quit my full-time job was to make enough money off of Amazon. Like, I had so many limiting beliefs around my income and the potential of where my business could grow. If you have the same thought, like if you really think that Amazon KDP is the end all be all, I'm going to tell you right now that it's not, and I am living proof. In just under 3 years of being an author illustrator, I have expanded my business beyond just like book sales and book royalties into reliable recurring revenue that has completely replaced my full-time job. And no, it's not just from book sales, but I'm going to tell you right now that if you've gone through the effort of self-publishing your children's book, you now know that there are so many hats that you have to wear in order to get your book up and running, or even launch a book, or even just get that book onto Amazon KDP. You already know that you have to learn about SEO if you want to rank. You have to learn about social media. You have to learn about content creation. You have to learn about so many different things. If you're not even like thinking about selling those services as an extra income stream, you're crazy, because you could literally replace your full-time income with this. My goal was to always become my own boss. Like, I wanted to make my own hours. I wanted to make my own money. I didn't want to rely on a W-2. I didn't want to rely on anybody else on how I should live my life and how I should make my money. And I wanted to stay home, and I wanted to have that flexibility. And I knew that even a remote job, they still have specifications as to when you need to log onto your computer, how many hours you need to log. Oh, you have to do overtime, or oh, you can't have off, like you need to be working. I didn't want that. I wanted complete control and complete freedom of how I can scale and how I can grow. And by thinking about providing my services as an author illustrator and everything that I have had to learn just to get my own business up and running, I have completely replaced that income entirely. The moral of this video is to tell you to think outside of the box. Like, is there something from writing and or illustrating and publishing your children's books that you could monetize? Like, this is active income that you can send a PayPal invoice and you can get paid for that. Like, is there something that you really like to do, or something that you're really, really good at? For me, it was always social media. Like, I grew my Instagram following. I have really good engagement rates, and I'm just really good at creating content consistently. And I figured it out because I made myself learn it day after day after day. I put in so many hours of just learning how to do it. So when I've had people ask me to be their social media manager, I didn't even think about it. I was like, I didn't think that would be an option for me, but it wasn't until somebody asked me for my services that I was like, oh, okay, I think I might be onto something here. Also, I've gotten really good at like doing administrative tasks. So I've gotten really good at like email list building. I've gotten really good at creating lead magnets, getting Shopify websites up and running. Like, I know how to do all of that. And when my son, he started like pre-K, and he had like maybe 4 hours at pre-K, which means I had 4 hours to get anything I wanted done. And like, my books were already published, and I'm like, okay, how can I make some extra money? I think I'm going to pitch my services as a virtual assistant and see if anybody bites. Little did I know, but like, after doing one post about, my services and like just pitching my services online, I got 2 clients, and it was like the easiest thing in the world. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I found a loophole. I also feel really passionately about diversifying your income. So as a self-published children's book author and illustrator, I didn't want to just rely on book sales to replace my income because A, I would have to sell a lot of books. B, that would take a long time just to get that going and make it like consistent and recurring and something that I can trust in completely. So I was like, okay, I can trade my time for money right now. Even though I do sell my books and I do make money from my books, but I'm like, okay, I need it to be regular, so like regular recurring income so I can quit my job. So the only way for me to really do that and to profit like pretty much all of it is to trade my time for money. And by doing that, like I actually escalated the pace as to how I quit my job. Like I was thinking I would need to wait like 5 to 10 years until my entire income was replaced by book sales. But by taking on active income like jobs and clients and like service work and freelance work, I was able to replace that income very quickly. So I encourage you to think outside the box and diversify your income and think about what you're really good at. Like, what is something that you like to do? It's something that you can have outsourced, like something that somebody else can outsource. Like, can you do it from home, virtually? Just think about it. What are the things that you have nailed down that you could sell to do for somebody else to take that load off their plate? Then by doing that, you actually give yourself more freedom to work on what you really want to work on, and that is by publishing more books or getting out there more in the community or staying home with your kids. Like whatever it is that your main goal is, you're able to get there by just thinking about what kind of service work you can provide for other people. And also don't limit yourself to one thing. Like I probably do 4 different things in my business when it comes to like services and like active income. Like I have 4 different hats that I wear, and that is fine. I just toggle between all of them. Like it doesn't matter to me. So you don't need to niche down completely. Like you don't need to just be a social media manager. You don't just have to be a virtual assistant. You don't just have to be an illustrator. You could do any or all of them. I think it just depends on like what clients you can get. You know, everybody else is like there's riches in the niches, but like I think if you're just starting out and you know getting your feet wet in freelance work and service work, that you need to be able to provide a variety of services in order to like really get those clients nailed down. I felt really inspired to film this YouTube video, mainly because I just nailed down a client, pretty big client today, and I just got done with a coffee meeting with them. And I'm going to be helping them with social media, virtual assistant work, email list building, and sending out email campaigns. Like I'm going to be helping them with that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a huge weight off my shoulders. I'm able to provide this work for them, and I also know them personally. But if I hadn't have started my author illustrator business and like building my own website and creating my own content and building my email list and all that, if I have never done that, I wouldn't have this opportunity to help other small business owners with their daily tasks that they need offloaded because they have too much work to do. So I felt really inspired to do this YouTube video to broaden your horizons, like open your eyes a little bit, like think outside the box. Like don't put yourself in this hole where you can't get out of it unless you sell thousands of books a month. Like you can't quit your job until, you know, your books are in Target or in Walmart, or if you're the #1 bestseller on Amazon, like that's the only way you can quit your job. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to do that. Yes, this one is going to be a little bit more like inspirational and just like eye-opening, but that's kind of what I wanted to convey in this video, because I didn't have a video saying, you know, if I do this and become an author illustrator and I learn all these skills that I could quit my job even easier than just selling all the books. Like I wish I found a video like this 3 years ago, because I probably would have been able to quit last year instead of this year. So yeah, I hope this helps inspire you and it helps you to be more creative and like think outside the box on how you can diversify your income and be more free and be with your family and have more time to yourself and your passion, which are your children's books. Check out my description for a bunch of little like freebies and resources. If you need help with Instagram planning, book launch teams, book marketing, they're all down there. Just download them for free. They'll probably really help you out. Make sure to like this video, because when you do like the video, YouTube pushes out the video to other self-published children's book authors that need to hear this advice. we got to spread the word. Like, let people know that they have options. And if you like this video, you're probably going to like this next one.